Louisiana Beer Reviews, New Belgium Fat Tire Revisited. This special edition video is going to talk about this ale, this amber ale, introduced in 1991 in Colorado. Now it's brewed in Colorado and North Carolina. And it is a company owned by a larger company. But anyway, if you check the New Belgium website, they show a pretty complex lineup of malts and hops. Still gets pretty good scores. Now, 30 years ago, this was considered sort of like the cutting edge in the craft beer world. Now, you know how things go. You see it on the shelves at Walmart in a 12-pack, and people say, it's just mass-produced. But it's still staying true to its original formula. So, you see pretty good scores for it on Beer Advocate, Rate Beer, and on tap. Very thick head, slightly off-white head. The appearance is amber, copper, nice mellow bubble streams. It's pretty clear. I will see people say stuff like, 25 years ago, this was the greatest thing. Now I've moved on. It's not what it used to be. It is what it used to be. It's just that we try different things, and in a way, you could say we turn our backs on what we were bragging about. It's not that it's not as good. It's just that we try new things, and sometimes it's very interesting and worthwhile to go back and look at what we touted years ago. So I like this. Well, actually, the first time, when I first tried this, I gave it a B. I thought it was good, but I thought it was bland, kind of ordinary, dull. And then the more I drank on it, because I tried this much later, after trying like really intense India Pale Ales and Imperial Stouts, so I realized later it was me, not the, oh, there goes the air conditioner. It was really me not appreciating the subtle qualities of the product. Let's go on. Okay. Summertime, the air conditioner is going to cycle off and on, of course. It's like we say New Belgium because they were modeling their beers after Belgian style ales, and it does have an herbal spicy note on the nose. And I've got the link below, so you'll see, you can click on it and it'll show the ingredients, and it's multiple hops, multiple barley malts, then hops, of course, to add the spicy in there, certain type of yeast. So it's very well done. Yeah, so it's subtle, but it's there. Bread crust, brown bread crust, spicy hops, almost like a spicy bread. Let's go to the taste. Spiced bread. Obviously Belgian spice. Yeah. So I don't know why I missed out on those things early on. I just couldn't appreciate the subtle qualities. So you get the spicy bread crust, like a glutinous thing, like with wheat or barley, the gluten of it, like the juice of it. The hops are not grassy, they're spicy. I don't know what kind of spices they would be, just like generalized spice. Not spice like heat, like habanero peppers. I mean spice like nutmeg, cinnamon, things like that. That are not related to any kind of heat level, Scoville level. Medium body, mostly dry finish. Sweetness scale, say like 2 out of 5, 2 out of 5. Sugar cubes. Bitterness level, IBUs on this aren't very high. ABV is 5.2. That's slightly above average, which is 5, 4.5 to 5. Maybe in the 90s they would have called it a malt liquor, but that was just a legal term anyway, just to skirt the strict alcohol level. Couldn't sell beer for 5%, but of course you could sell malt liquor for up to 8, 9, 10, 12. What's malt liquor? Well, strong beer. But anyway, not legally. No, different product. Those days are gone now. It's not strict so much anymore at all. Nice lacing. It's similar in some ways to Belgian ales, and it is dissimilar in other ways, because really the Belgian ales, they can be a lot harsher, like a bite and a grain husk. A lot of times they have like a grain husk, not just the gluten or the juice, but the husk. You don't get that with this. So it's definitely Americanized Belgian oriented, no kind of sediment ale. You might say that's a Walmart style craft beer. I would suppose that's correct since they sell it. I see it there, but like a Samuel Adams type situation, Lagunitas, Stone, etc. But it's still very nice. I don't buy it often because it's expensive, really. Everything's expensive these days, and with this bad economy, we suffering, we have to pick and choose our battles. So, but to do a revisit from time to time is nice, and I don't see why it wouldn't be deserving of yeah, I'm going to go with A. 93 out of 100. It's getting into A. It just has too much toasty malt, even kind of honey-like character. Not really, but kind of maybe graham cracker, which I think that involves honey also. Yeah, it's well worth it. You could get a conniption fit saying they got bought out. And just never buy it again, I guess. Or you could say, no, they're still making pretty good stuff. Really good stuff. Most excellent stuff. And I agree with that. So yeah, maybe in about 3, 4, 5 years, I'll do another revisit. We'll keep checking back on it. It's a classic and it deserves it. So, Les Le Bon Temps Relais, a most excellent Belgian style ale from Colorado, much like with the Blue Moon, a Belgian style ale from Colorado and other places. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Colorado or Asheville, North Carolina, and tour the New Belgian Brewery.